Hi guys, welcome back to our channel, and today we're making milk chocolate ganache. By the title you all already know, obviously, so that's why you're here. So today we're making milk chocolate ganache and we are using Van Houten chocolate. I have taken Couverture chocolate. If you want, you can also go ahead and use compound. But today we're going to make milk chocolate ganache using Van Houten, and it's so delicious. It's my favorite. Let me know if you are a milk chocolate person or dark chocolate person in the comments below. And we should right now just dive into the video and see how we make it. Again, we're using a double boiler method for milk chocolate ganache as well. This is 400 grams of milk chocolate, and we are going to take 100 grams of Amul fresh cream. You can see the chocolate has started melting. Again, like white chocolate, milk chocolate is also quite delicate, so you have to be very careful that it should not start burning. You have to keep mixing it. So I'm going to add 100 grams of Amul cream. Now start mixing it, and there are already a lot of lumps, so we will be sieving this ganache as well. I hope you all have checked my dark chocolate and white chocolate ganache recipes. If you all haven't, then go ahead and check it out. I will be linking it right here. You all can go check it out. Mix it thoroughly, let it all come together. Now you can see how shiny this is, but it has a lot of lumps which we don't want. So what we're going to do is we're going to sieve it. What I usually do to clean this chunni is, usually actually apart from chunni also for all the baking vessels, because they're all greasy, so you have to use hot water, immerse these vessels in hot water and let them be for like at least half an hour to 45 minutes in the hot water, and you'll see magic happening. All the dirt and residue of the food will come off very easily. Now I'm changing the spatula just to give it a nice stir to avoid any lumps from that spatula. In case this doesn't come together and if it's very basically the fat is not mixed properly, what you can do is you can just add a tiny bit of water and give it a nice stir vigorously, and it'll all come together for sure. Now I feel my ganache is not proper, like the consistency is not coming together, so I have added a little bit of water to it, and I'm going to give it a very nice stir. Now you can see how nice and luscious it has turned out to be. Even after adding the water, it's completely fine. It'll set nice at room temperature. Do not set your ganache in the fridge or freezer. You can store it later on, but do not set it for putting it on the cakes or cupcakes in the fridge. Always set it at room temperature. So this is what we've done with 4:1 ganache. You can see it's set now. What you can also do is, depending on your temperature and environment, you can shift the ratio from 3:1 or 4:1 or maybe a little more than 4:1 as well. But of course you'll have to do trial and error. But this is what you can achieve with a good consistency ganache. So guys, that's it for the video. I hope you'll enjoyed the ganache video, and I hope you all will check out the other 2 ganache videos as well. And thank you so much for watching. If you all are interested in anything related to eggless baking and cake decoration and stuff, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you love the video. And also I'll see you all really soon. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye.